In a distant galaxy on the planet Gorgon Prime, an arena stood tall and proud. It was a massive structure filled with alien spectators from different worlds. They gathered to watch the greatest gladiators battle for glory. Among these champions was Zorath, the most feared warrior of all. He was a tall alien with blue skin, sharp teeth, and muscles that seemed to bulge with power. Zorath had never lost a fight, and his reputation as an invincible gladiator spread like wildfire. Every week, crowds filled the arena, shouting and cheering as they watched Zorath destroy his opponents. His battles were like a dance of violence, where he used his strength and skill to defeat anyone who dared to face him. The aliens loved to watch him fight, and they believed he was unbeatable. Zorath soaked in their adoration, proudly standing in the center of the arena, his chest puffed out like a king. One day, as the sun set over Gorgon Prime, the crowd roared with excitement. Zorath had just won another battle against a fierce creature with razor-sharp claws. He raised his arms in victory, and the crowd erupted in applause. Feeling invincible, he turned to the audience and shouted, "I challenge any human to fight me! Let them come and face the mighty Zorath!" The cheers grew louder, mixed with laughter and jeers. The aliens found the thought of a human fighting Zorath amusing. After all, humans were small and weak compared to the great gladiator. Back on Earth, news of Zorath's challenge reached a small human delegation sent to Gorgon Prime for peace talks. They were a mix of diplomats and soldiers, hoping to create a better future for both species. Among them was Alex, a former Special Forces soldier known for his bravery and quick thinking. As he listened to the news of the challenge, a fire ignited within him. "We cannot let Zorath insult us like this. We must show them that humans are strong too," he declared. The others in the delegation were worried. "You can't be serious, Alex. Zorath is a monster! He has never lost a fight!" they exclaimed. But Alex was determined. He believed that the human spirit was stronger than any alien warrior. "We need to accept his challenge," he insisted. "If I can defeat him, it will show that humans are not to be underestimated." After much discussion, the delegation agreed to let Alex fight Zorath. They knew it was a risk, but they trusted Alex's skills and courage. The news spread quickly through the alien community, and the arena prepared for the historic event. Posters were made, and excitement filled the air. Aliens from all over the galaxy planned to attend, eager to see if a human could truly face the legendary Zorath. As the fight day approached, Alex trained hard. He studied videos of Zorath's previous fights, analyzing every move and strategy. He practiced with his fellow soldiers, improving his speed and agility. They worked on techniques that would help him evade Zorath's powerful strikes. Alex knew that brute strength alone would not win this fight. He had to be clever and strategic. The day of the fight finally arrived. The arena was packed, and the atmosphere crackled with energy. As Alex stepped into the ring, he felt a mix of fear and excitement. The crowd roared, their voices a thunderous wave. Zorath stood at the opposite end, grinning confidently. He was ready to crush this human and prove once again that he was unbeatable. Alex took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. He looked around at the audience and saw the mixture of curiosity and disdain on their faces. They expected him to fail, but deep inside, he felt a strong determination. This was his chance to show the galaxy that humans were not weak. As the bell rang to signal the start of the fight, Alex focused his mind. He would not back down. He was ready to face the challenge head-on, proving that sometimes the smallest of beings could stand tall against the mightiest of foes. With that thought, the battle began. After accepting Zorath's challenge, Alex felt a surge of determination. He knew he had to prepare himself for the fight of his life. Back in the human camp, he gathered a small team of skilled soldiers and trainers to help him get ready for the battle. They knew that Zorath was not just any opponent. He was a legend in the arena, and defeating him would not be easy. "All right, team, we have to come up with a plan," Alex said, standing in front of his fellow soldiers. "Zorath is strong, but I believe we can find a way to beat him." The group nodded, knowing they had a tough task ahead. They decided to study every fight Zorath had ever participated in. Using advanced technology, they watched recordings of his battles over and over. Zorath was quick, powerful, and had a unique fighting style that relied on brute strength. Alex noted how Zorath often charged at his opponents, aiming for quick, devastating blows. "If I can anticipate his moves, I might be able to dodge and counterattack," he thought. As the days passed, Alex trained hard. He practiced his footwork, learning to move swiftly and gracefully. He spent hours in the training room, running drills with his team, practicing evasive maneuvers. They worked on timing and coordination, preparing Alex to react instantly when the fight began. He also practiced different techniques to use when he got close to Zorath, knowing he had to be ready for anything. One of the soldiers, a tall woman named Sarah, became Alex's main training partner. She was a skilled fighter and pushed him to his limits. "You have to be faster, Alex. Don't let Zorath catch you off guard," she yelled, encouraging him during their practice sessions. They sparred for hours, with Sarah teaching Alex how to read his opponent's movements. "You need to be light on your feet. Think like a dancer, not just a fighter," she advised. In the evenings, Alex reflected on his training. He sat quietly, imagining himself in the arena. He pictured Zorath charging at him, and he practiced his responses in his mind. He wanted to feel confident when the moment finally arrived. It was crucial for him to believe he could win. Meanwhile, the news of the upcoming battle spread throughout the galaxy. Aliens flocked to Gorgon Prime to witness the fight. Many aliens were excited to see a human challenge their champion, but others were filled with doubt. "There's no way a weak human can defeat Zorath," they laughed. But as they filled the stands of the arena, some began to wonder if this human might have a chance. As the days drew closer to the fight, Alex continued his training with newfound focus. He and his team worked late into the night, making adjustments to their strategy. They created a detailed plan that involved exploiting Zorath's weaknesses. "He's too confident," Alex pointed out. "If we can make him doubt himself, we might just have a chance." The night before the battle, Alex sat alone under the stars, feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. He thought about what it meant to fight an alien gladiator. It was not just about personal victory, it was about showing the galaxy that humans were strong and capable. He wanted to make his people proud. The next morning, the atmosphere was electric. The arena was packed with spectators, buzzing with anticipation. Alex donned his gear, feeling the weight of his mission on his shoulders. He could hear the roar of the crowd outside, a mixture of cheers and jeers. The moment he stepped into the arena, he would be the center of attention. With one last look at his team, Alex took a deep breath. "No matter what happens, I'm ready," he whispered to himself. He knew he might be facing the end of his life, but he also felt a deep sense of purpose. He was not just fighting for himself, but for all of humanity. As he walked towards the arena entrance, the echoes of the crowd grew louder, and he could see the light pouring through the archway. This was it. He was about to step into history. With courage in his heart and a plan in mind, Alex was ready to face Zorath. He would show the galaxy what a human was capable of, no matter how fierce the opponent. The day of the fight had finally arrived, and excitement buzzed through the air like static electricity. Alex stood backstage in the dimly lit arena, his heart racing. He could hear the roar of the crowd, a mix of cheers and shouts echoing all around him. This was it, the moment he had trained for, the moment to prove himself. "Are you ready, Alex?" Sarah asked, her eyes filled with concern. She placed a hand on his shoulder, steadying him. "I'm ready," Alex replied, though he could feel butterflies fluttering in his stomach. He took a deep breath, remembering the countless hours of training. "I've got a plan. I just need to stick to it." As the announcer's voice boomed through the arena, the crowd hushed in anticipation. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fight of the century!" In one corner, we have the legendary Gladiator, the undefeated champion of Gorgon Prime, Zorath. The crowd erupted into cheers, chanting his name. Zorath stepped into the spotlight, his massive frame intimidating and powerful. He raised his arms, soaking in the adoration, a confident smile on his face. And in the other corner, the announcer continued, "We have the brave human challenger from Earth, Alex." The crowd fell silent, a mix of skepticism and curiosity washing over them. Alex stepped into the arena, squinting against the bright lights. He could feel all eyes on him, and doubt flickered in his mind. But he quickly pushed it away. This was his moment. Zorath laughed loudly, his voice booming. "You think you can defeat me, human? You will be just another name on my list of defeated foes." The crowd joined in his laughter, and Alex clenched his fists, focusing on the task ahead. The announcer raised his arm, and with a loud clang of a bell, the fight began. Zorath charged forward with a powerful roar, closing the distance between them in an instant. Alex remembered his training and quickly sidestepped to the right. Zorath swung his massive fist where Alex had stood just moments before, missing him by inches. The crowd gasped in surprise. Alex took a moment to assess the situation. Zorath was strong but reckless. Alex had to use his speed and agility to outmaneuver the giant. He darted around Zorath, looking for an opening. The crowd was now on the edge of their seats, their eyes wide with disbelief as Alex managed to avoid Zorath's powerful swings. With each missed strike, Zorath grew more frustrated. He stomped the ground, sending dust flying, and swung again, this time aiming for Alex's midsection. But Alex ducked low, feeling the wind from the blow as he rolled away. He had to remain calm and keep moving. Suddenly, Alex saw an opening. Zorath had overextended himself, and Alex quickly sprang into action. He darted forward, aiming a quick punch at Zorath's side. It landed, surprising the audience and sending a ripple of shock through the crowd. The aliens gasped, and for a moment, silence filled the arena. Alex felt a rush of adrenaline. Maybe he could do this. Zorath staggered back, a look of disbelief crossing his face. Not bad, human, Zorath growled, shaking off the surprise. He charged again, but this time, Alex was ready. He dodged to the side and delivered another quick jab to Zorath's stomach. The gladiator grunted in pain, but instead of retreating, he became more furious. The fight continued, and Alex used his speed to evade Zorath's heavy blows while finding small moments to strike back. Each time he landed a hit, the crowd grew louder, chanting his name. Alex! 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 The energy in the arena shifted, and even some of the aliens began to cheer for the human. Zorath was beginning to tire. He had expected an easy victory, but Alex was a fighter who refused to back down. With every move, Alex felt more confident. He had come so far, and he was not about to give up now. He ducked, dodged, and struck, using all the skills he had honed in his training. As the fight raged on, Zorath swung again, this time with a wild attack. Alex managed to dodge, but he could feel himself starting to tire. The match was pushing him to his limits, but he couldn't let Zorath see that. He had to keep moving, keep fighting. With one last push of determination, Alex decided it was time to take a risk. He knew he had to end this battle, and he had a plan. He feigned to the left, tricking Zorath into thinking he would dodge in that direction. But at the last moment, he changed course and charged straight at the gladiator, ready to surprise him with one final move. The crowd held its breath, watching as the battle reached its climax. Would Alex's bold move pay off, or would Zorath reclaim his strength and crush the human fighter? The outcome hung in the air, waiting to unfold. The tension in the arena was palpable as Alex charged toward Zorath, his heart pounding in his chest. He had committed to his plan, knowing that the moment could change everything. As he closed the distance, he could see the surprise in Zorath's eyes. The gladiator had expected another dodge, not a bold attack. With a quick movement, Alex swung his fist, aiming for Zorath's jaw. The punch landed squarely, and for a brief moment, it felt as if time had stopped. The crowd gasped, and Zorath staggered back, clearly shaken. "You're stronger than I thought, human!" he roared, wiping blood from the corner of his mouth. But Alex could see that this was only the beginning. Zorath's confidence was fading, and with it came a surge of hope for the humans watching. As the crowd erupted in cheers, Zorath's frustration turned into anger. He charged once more, determined to regain control of the fight. Alex moved swiftly to avoid the massive blows, using his agility to stay one step ahead. "I have to keep this up," he thought, pushing himself harder. The battle felt like a dance, a test of skill and endurance. But as the minutes passed, Alex could feel himself tiring. The adrenaline was fading, and he knew he needed to end this fight soon. Zorath, sensing that Alex was slowing down, became more aggressive. He began to unleash a flurry of attacks, swinging his fists with a newfound ferocity. Each strike sent shockwaves through the arena, and Alex struggled to keep up. He dodged and weaved, but he could feel his energy waning. Suddenly, as Zorath lunged forward, something unexpected happened. The ground beneath them began to tremble. The arena shook violently, causing the spectators to gasp in alarm. "What's happening?" Alex thought, looking around in confusion. The audience's cheers turned to cries of fear as they realized that something was wrong. Then, with a deafening roar, a giant creature burst into the arena. It was a massive, ferocious beast, unlike anything Alex had ever seen. Its scales shimmered in the light, and its eyes glowed with a fierce intensity. The crowd went wild, some cheering in excitement while others screamed in terror. Zorath, too, seemed taken aback. He had fought many opponents, but a creature of this size was not part of the plan. The beast roared again, its sound echoing throughout the arena. It seemed to be looking for a fight, and both Zorath and Alex were caught in its sights. Now what? Alex thought, feeling a mix of fear and determination. He quickly glanced at Zorath, who had regained his composure. They both understood that they needed to team up if they wanted to survive. "Human! We must fight together against this creature!" Zorath shouted, his voice booming above the chaos. Alex hesitated but realized he had no choice. This beast was a danger to both of them. "Fine!" Alex shouted back, his heart racing. "Let's take it down!" They both charged at the creature, combining their strength. Alex used his agility to dodge the beast's massive claws while Zorath unleashed powerful punches. The creature swung its tail, but Alex ducked just in time. Zorath delivered a heavy blow to the beast's side, causing it to roar in pain. Together they fought, creating an unexpected alliance in the heat of battle. As they fought side by side, Alex noticed something remarkable. Zorath, despite his earlier arrogance, was fighting fiercely for their survival. It was a strange sight to see the proud gladiator working with a human. Maybe this fight is not just about defeating Zorath, Alex thought. It's about survival. They managed to push the creature back, working in sync as they dodged its attacks and landed blows. With each successful hit, the crowd began to cheer again, excitement buzzing in the air. The unexpected twist had captivated everyone, and the atmosphere shifted from fear to exhilaration. Finally, after a fierce struggle, they found an opening. Together, Alex and Zorath delivered a final, powerful strike. Zorath punched the beast in the face while Alex kicked its legs, causing it to stumble and fall to the ground with a thud. The crowd erupted in cheers, the unexpected teamwork a thrilling sight. Breathing heavily, Alex looked at Zorath, who was also catching his breath. They had faced a common enemy, and in that moment a bond had formed between them. Maybe we are not so different, Alex thought. We both fight to survive. The arena was filled with noise, but amidst it all, Alex felt a sense of accomplishment. They had triumphed over the creature, but what would happen next? Would their alliance hold strong? The crowd was roaring and the fight was far from over. With a new challenge ahead, Alex and Zorath prepared for whatever came next. The crowd was still buzzing with excitement as the dust settled from the fierce battle with the giant beast. Alex and Zorath stood together in the arena, both panting heavily. The roar of the crowd echoed in their ears, a mix of cheers and shouts celebrating their unexpected victory. As the adrenaline faded, Alex felt a wave of exhaustion wash over him. He had pushed himself to the limit, but he also felt a sense of pride. He had not only survived the fight, but had also formed a bond with an alien gladiator, something he never thought possible. Zorath turned to Alex, a grin breaking across his rugged face. "You fought well, human. I never expected you to hold your own against such a beast." His voice was deep and filled with respect. "Thanks," Alex replied, still catching his breath. "I couldn't have done it without you. We made a good team." It was strange to hear praise from someone like Zorath, but it felt good. The announcer's voice boomed through the arena again, drawing their attention. "Ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed a spectacular fight today. Our two champions have not only defeated the mighty creature, but have also shown us the true spirit of teamwork." The crowd erupted in cheers, chanting both their names. For the first time, Alex felt like a real hero. He had come to this arena as an underdog, doubted by many. Now he was being celebrated. But he knew this was just the beginning. The fight had changed him, opened his eyes to a world beyond Earth. As the cheers continued, Zorath stepped forward, raising his arm to silence the crowd. "Listen. Today, we have shown that strength alone does not win battles. We fought for our lives, but we also fought for each other. I am honored to fight beside you, Alex. You have proven that humans can be warriors, not just prey." The crowd roared in approval, and Alex felt a sense of belonging he hadn't expected. It was more than just the cheers. It was the recognition of his abilities and his courage. But just as things seemed to settle, a new figure appeared at the edge of the arena. A tall, regal-looking alien, draped in ornate robes, stepped forward. The crowd fell silent, and Alex felt a chill run down his spine. This was no ordinary being. This was a leader, perhaps even a ruler of this alien world. "Who is this?" Zorath murmured. his expression shifting from celebration to concern. "I don't know," Alex replied, his eyes fixed on the newcomer. "But it doesn't look good." The alien leader raised a hand, commanding attention. "Warriors of the arena, today we have witnessed an unexpected turn of events. You have defeated a fearsome beast and shown the strength of unity." Their voice was smooth, echoing throughout the arena. "But I am here to declare a new challenge." The fight against the creature was only a prelude. "I now call for a tournament, a competition to find the ultimate champion of the arena." The crowd gasped, and Alex felt a mix of excitement and dread. A tournament meant more fights, more danger. "Is this what I signed up for?" he wondered, his heart racing. "And this tournament will have a twist," the alien leader continued, a glint in their eye. "The winner will have the power to decide the fate of Earth. We have long watched your world from afar, and now it is time for us to see what humanity can truly achieve." The arena erupted in cheers once more, but Alex felt a weight on his shoulders. The fate of his home planet rested in his hands. He exchanged glances with Zorath, who seemed equally unsettled. "We need to prepare," Zorath said, his voice steady. "This tournament will not be easy." "I know," Alex replied, determination sparking within him. "But we've already faced the impossible. We can do this." The announcer raised his arm again, calling for silence. "Warriors, prepare yourselves! The tournament will begin in 3 days. Train hard, for this will be the fight of your lives." As the crowd cheered, Alex felt a mix of fear and excitement. He had become a hero in the arena, but now he faced a greater challenge than ever before. The stakes were high, and the future of Earth hung in the balance. In the days that followed, Alex trained relentlessly. He learned from Zorath and other warriors in the arena, pushing his limits and discovering new strengths. He understood that to win, he would have to rely on both his skills and the allies he had made. As the tournament approached, Alex felt ready. He was no longer just a human in an alien arena, he was a warrior with a purpose. The cheers of the crowd echoed in his ears as he prepared for the battles ahead, ready to rise as a hero not just for himself, but for all of humanity. The arena would be his proving ground, and he was determined to show the galaxy what humans were capable of.